need a motion to approve those minutes. Motion by Ken, do I have support? Support by Denise. Is there any questions, discussion, or corrections to the minutes? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 3, communications. Mr. Dennis, Clay Pigeon Club.
Okay, I don't think you have anything in front of you, but we had met, well, the two students came to you guys last board meeting about the clay pigeon shooting, and they had kind of started, it was in Vassar and planned to be here, so you might remember I came in a bit late. But we've been doing more research, and in terms of seeing if there's student interest, we've got in the mid to high 20s right off the shoot. So it's certainly worthwhile looking into. I've met with a couple of different clubs. Don Stern is present from the Thumb Sportsman Club. I also have been in contact with Jerry Gibbard of Fox Hunters numerous times. And we're continuing to communicate, and I have a meeting scheduled in a couple of weeks with the gentleman that helped Harbor Beach start theirs. Because this is brand new to me. We've got a lot of experts that know about shooting and skeets and gun safety and things like that, but now we've got to mold it all into how it works for the state of Michigan, high school competitions and all those kinds of things. So we've been doing a lot of groundwork on the kind of the preliminary stuff. We've talked a bit to SETSAG from an insurance liability issue, what that looks like. There are other schools in our county doing it, so they've already set certain things into place. So that's already done for us in terms of what that would look like. So we've got a lot of generalities out there, and over the next couple of months we hope to get very specific, and then the hope would be to bring it for a formal approval somewhere in February or March to start the spring season with the association. We've got a lot of community members, including both gun clubs, or the two of the gun clubs that are local, that are willing to support not only a location to shoot, but various members have volunteered to help out in terms of not necessarily being a coach. We probably have a coach from our school district, but there to help teach kids about safety, how to shoot, those kinds of things. So a lot of assistant coaches, if you will.
What type of time of year is this? Is this spring?
Spring.
Spring.
Yeah.
What preparation is there? Requirements? Do they have to go through some kind of gun safety before they
Yeah.
can
Hunter
participate?
safety is mandatory before they will let us start a school-sponsored club. Yeah. There's a lot of ways of getting to hunter safety. I've talked to the various gun clubs, various people that are in the industry, and the idea of getting gun safety shouldn't be a big deal. It's just a matter of setting it up, letting the kids know that are interested that they've got to take it.
Even if they've taken it before, they take hunter safety off again?
And not 100%. Like I said, I never done this formally under this kind of umbrella, so those are the kinds of things that we'll learn over the next couple months. So I guess what I would, well, obviously any questions that you want to give, but also I think what we might be looking for is kind of an informal, okay, because there's going to be a lot of work to be done, and I understand there's certain things that would have to be done. If I came to you in 2 months and said, everything's set up, oh, by the way, nobody will insure us, if anything happens, we're going to, get sued and the district will be closed down. I realize you'd say no, on a 7-0 vote, no. But I think what we're looking for tonight is that if all these things fall into place like they should, is this something we would support 2 or 3 months down the road with this idea? Are we open to this general idea as long as we take care of all the things that would be required from our insurance company, our legal counsel, things like that?
Yeah, I would think that would be something this board would consider. I would think there's a lot of process in this, and it'd be interesting to see what that is. And it would be nice if, again, next month, maybe you can come and give us a little bit more information.
Does anybody have very specific things now that they definitely want us to research?
You might have addressed it at last month's meeting I was here. Is this going to be a BADX sponsored event, or would it be a co-op with other schools like we're doing with the hockey and gymnastics and stuff?
Right now, we're looking at a BADX club sport.
Okay, so this is another club we could add to the list of the point system.
Excuse me, go ahead.
This would be another activity we'd add.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, and there seems to be a ton of interest. In 3 or 4 days that we had this first initial brought up, somebody also approached us on the bass fishing club. I wasn't aware that we have that opportunity. So we probably approach this one first, and that's another great idea. We'll probably look at maybe that in the spring, summer, and we'll keep adding these things. It certainly fits our community and our demographics, so I would think we would still be in support of those kind of clubs. But so in case you hear that floating around, that was brought up here not too long ago too. Any other questions on this process?
What was the, can you share with the board when you took an interest of the students, what was the approximate number of kids that expressed?
I want to say it's 27 on the list.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, there's going to be tons of details that we've been discussing. And when I meet with this representative that set up the Harbor Beach team, in terms of the little kinds of things, the guns, who's going to own them, how do they get there, who stores them, what's the legalities of transportation. I mean, there's going to be all of those kinds of things that's got to be covered. But again, other schools are already doing it. It's an accepted thing out there. It's not like we're the first one ever doing it. So all those things will be covered. Good?
Yeah, I think it'd be very interesting.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Item 4, public comment. Is there anyone here that would wish to address the board at this time? Okay, if not, we'll move on to item 5, personnel, item 8, custodian.
Yes, in your packet is information related to our custodial position with the retirement of Tara Barrage from that was acted upon there a couple of months ago. Held interviews, and when I met with the candidate I'm recommending, he was came up as you just got a sense he was a hard worker, very responsible, and interesting background. And so tonight I would recommend the name of Mark Neffel. Mark is he's a Ubley native. Most recently, he's been working with Baddox Tire as well as on Family Farm. He has previous experience at the Huron ISD as a paraprofessional, and some classrooms there as well as some summer custodial experiences with the ISD back then. He spent some time up in Alaska, so he's been down here. His wife is also employed with Albany Schools. So at this time, I would recommend Mark Neffel, and Mark actually just walked in here, so I want.
Okay. All right, we have a recommendation by the superintendent to hire Mark Neffel for the custodian position. Do I have a motion for this? Have a motion? Do I have a support? Is there any questions or discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Congratulations and welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
Item B, winter, well, this is actually winter coaches and spring coaches. Due to the fact that we actually have board members who are coaches in these programs, I'm going to do basketball and wrestling separate, and then I'll do the other 3 together. That way we don't have to, in the future, have 3 board members abstaining from the entire process because of one sport. So before you have the basketball coaches, both boys and girls. I need a motion to accept those as recommended by the athletic director. A motion and a support. Is there any question or discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, and I abstain. Wrestling. Again, you have the wrestling coaches as recommended by the athletic director. Do I have a motion to accept those? Motion by Zach. I have a support. And is there any question or discussion on that? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And then we'll do the, and then Jim has to abstain. So, and then we can do the other 3 together, bowling, sideline cheer, spring varsity coaches. At this time, I need a motion for those. Motion by Nick, do I have a support? Support by Denise. Is there any questions or discussion regarding these positions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 6, district bills.
I make a motion to pay the invoices out of the general fund in the amount of $64,875.17.
I have a motion for the district bills. Do I have a support? Support by Zach. Is there any questions or discussion on the district bills? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item B, food service bills.
I make a motion to pay the food service invoices out of the food service account in the amount of $24,259.65.
I have a motion on the floor for the food service bills. Do I have a support? Support by Jim. Is there any questions or discussion on these bills? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 7, and I'm assuming you're gonna.
Well, I'm not Mr. Smith, but I think I realized I've become him temporarily. What you have in front of you is his proposal for the concert band and choir going to New York City, May 1st through 5th, 2019. This has been an ongoing thing that he got approved maybe 2 years or so ago, and then they didn't quite have enough, and then last year we kind of mentioned it and they still didn't have enough, so it's kind of a lingering thing they're trying to do again. Indicators are that they are very close to having enough to make it exactly what they wanted, but they're within the error range that they would probably still go, and it would just cost slightly more to each person. They might still get it to the exact number, but right now they're just a handful short. So what this would be is more of a formal request for kind of an approval of a reapproval of something that's just kind of been lingering over the last year and a half.
Is it just numbers and the issue?
Yeah, it's, when they get into these buses, they quote you a certain price based on a certain number. And for every one you're under, there's a certain flat fee per seat that is an added cost across how many ever are going. And as it sits, he's still in the cancellation range, so they can still cancel and get out at no penalty. But last I checked with them, the numbers are very close where they're at that point where they're probably still going to go, and it'll just be a slightly increased rate if they can't quite get the last few.
Good. All right, well, we have I guess a recommendation for the band to go to New York City. Do I have a motion for that? Motion by Nick, do I have support? Support by Jim. Is there any further questions or discussion?
I just have a quick question. I'm unclear as to what we're voting on here. Is this something that's been approved and it's already good to do, and we're just sort of reaffirming, or are we actually giving an okay for something? Because I wasn't sure what it
I
is.
think we just approved it every year.
Okay.
The last 2 years, we've approved it, they haven't went.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So we'll be approving again if, in the event they would go.
Okay, thank you. I'm just nervous if this shows up
Is that
in
clear as
media.
mud?
I want to know what I was approving, so thank you.
Yeah, so I think we've been reapproving it every year, so.
Okay.
Any other questions or discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 8, superintendent evaluation.
In your packet is, you would have a blank evaluation form for the superintendent evaluation. That's the tool that is through the MASB. With the superintendent evaluation, that is done on a calendar year basis, not the school year calendar. So as we complete the calendar year, or get to the end of the calendar year, it is that time. I've provided you with my self-assessment along with quote-unquote the evidence that goes along with the tool. And the plan would be next month to come back to for the board to do the evaluation, compile it as we have done in the past, as one evaluation number and rating. And in the meantime, if there's questions regarding anything that I've shared with you, or questions regarding the tool itself, please don't hesitate to let me know, and I'll be more than happy to clarify. And if it's a question I don't know the answer to, I would definitely be willing to contact MASB as well. So.
Just as a reminder, it is a month early, so this November's meeting would probably be kind of lengthy as we complete the evaluation. So just a heads up on that. Other than that, there's no other process there. So item 9, adjournment.
Move to adjourn.